Hello, everyone. It is Steph. I'm really excited because this week we are kicking off a whole series. This is going to go across multiple months on Gallup's Q12 survey. These are 12 questions that Gallup researched, refined, honed in on, and the answers to these questions, how employees rank these questions, is very revealing of how well you are engaging them and retaining them on the job. So we're going to take one question a week and kind of break it down into really practical terms. And the first question is, well, it's more like statements, I should say. They respond to the statements. Okay, there's my disclaimer. The first statement is, I understand what is expected of me at work. Now that seems deceptively straightforward and simple, but really think about what your typical day looks like. Most employers are going Mach 5 with their hair on fire. You're triaging things as they're coming at you. You have your own laundry list of stuff that you really want to get through. So sitting down with employees and making sure that they are hearing you correctly, that you use the same language to describe things in the same way, that you're exactly on the same page. This is not something that occurs on a regular basis with most companies. And this is why there are so many disconnects between what an employer thinks they are explaining or asking of an employee and what that person is really hearing. I have a friend who does DEI training, and he does this exercise with groups where he asks everyone in the room to define for themselves what is an apple. Now, this seems like something everybody can agree on, right? An apple is a pretty straightforward thing. Some people see it as green. Some people see it as red. Some people immediately think of technology. Like everyone in the room has a slightly different variation of what is an apple. This is an apple. Again, pretty straightforward thing, and yet there are these different degrees of understanding around it. So now imagine all of the different words and terminology and things that you use on the job to explain what it is that you want from an employee and how much room there is for interpretation. This is why it's really important to slow down and really make sure that you are not only being understood, but that you are understanding the employee. Maybe you are asking them to do something and they understand it, but there are other obstacles around or other challenges that they're having around it. Or maybe you're saying one thing and they are truly hearing something different. You will not know whether they understand or whether they feel equipped to take action around the expectation unless you have a conversation with them. So this is largely about pumping the brakes and making sure that you are routinely checking in for understanding and clarity. And that goes both ways between you and your team. Okay, so food for thought. Really, the whole reason I'm doing this series is just to give you some things to pause and think about and just start making observations in how this shows up for you day to day. So we'll do a completely different question next week. So this week, think about, do your clients really understand what is expected of them? And why do you think that they do? Like, what have you demonstrated to them? What have you given to them to ensure clarity? And really test that and ask for their feedback as well. Okay, again, that channel works both ways. So food for thought this week. Next week, different question. Hope this series is going to be helpful. I welcome any feedback you've got on it. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.